By the San Francisco Bay, taking ocean liners are gone so far away. Didn't mean to treat her so bad. Best gal I ever have had. She said goodbye. Thank you, made me cry. I wanna lay down and die. I haven't got a nickel, I ain't got a lousy dime. She don't come back, I think I'm gonna lose my mind. Yeah, you ever come back to stay? Spend another brand new day. Walking with my baby down by the San Francisco Bay. Hey. Sit down looking for my back door, wondering which way to go. Woman I'm so crazy about, she don't want me no more. Think I'll take me a freight train, because I'm feeling blue. Ride all the way to the end of the line, thinking only of you. Live a while in another city, just about to go insane. Sound like I heard my baby the way she used to call my name. She ever come back to stay? Spend another brand new day walking with my baby walking with my baby. Riding, gliding, talking with my baby down by the San Francisco Bay. San Francisco Bay Blues by Jesse Fuller. Thank you. That was written by Jesse Fuller, who used to call himself the Lone Cat. He passed away about 4 years ago out in California. Jesse started out in Georgia working on the railroad. And he played a 12-string guitar and a harmonica. And he added about 4 or 5 other instruments to his little one-man band ensemble. And so he called himself the Lone Cat. Can you get that little ring out of the mic? Possibly. I'll just whisper right along, yell, scream. We'll continue the sound check. I'm starting to like it, actually. Sort of like being in a cave. I'll try. I'll shut up and sing. It's been great driving around here. This is an old cowboy song. I learned it off of a Woody Guthrie record one time when I was hanging out with Woody. He didn't feel like singing it to me that day, so I just put the record on. the same thing happened with Van Morrison one time. I was playing a gig out in California in Van's hometown, and he showed up at my gig and invited me to stay at his house for a week so that I could play with him the following week at the same gig. And it was going to be on a record, a Warner Brothers record. It may be on, I don't know. I never found the record. But I lasted out the week there at Van's house, and it was wonderful and quite mysterious. And he gave me one of his albums and signed it over to me. Had a picture of him and a horse. And he played me some of his records and tapes, but we never played music around the house live, only records. It's a very handy device. Come on, you old-time cowboys, and listen to my song. Please do not grow weary. I'm not detaining you long concerning some wild cowboys that did agree to go and spend one summer pleasant on the trail of buffalo. Found myself in Griffin in the year of '83 when a well-known famous drover come walking up to me saying, "How do you do, young fellow, and how'd you like to go spend one summer pleasantly on the range of the buffalo?" Well, me being out of work right then, to this drover I did say, "This going out on the Buffalo Road depends upon your pay, but if you pay good wages, transportation to and fro, I think I might go with you on the hunt of buffalo." Well, with all this flattering talking, he signed up quite a train. Some 10 or 12 in number, some able-bodied men. Our trip, it was a pleasant one as we hit the westward road until we reached Old Bobby Creek in old New Mexico. Well, it was there our pleasures ended and our troubles all begun. A lightning storm hit us and it made the cattle run. I got all full of stickers from the cactus that did grow. Outlaws watching for to pick us off from the hills of Mexico. Well, our working season ended and the drover would not pay. You went and drunk too much. You're all in debt to me. But the cowboys never had heard of such a thing as a bankrupt law. So we left that drover's bone to bleach. On the plains of the buffalo. Thank you. Here's a song by Woody Guthrie. Man, I owe a lot to. I guess I probably wouldn't be picking the guitar right now if it wasn't that man. Give me a lot of inspiration. This is a talking blues about going fishing. I went down to the fishing hole, the cattle on my fishing pole. Something got my hook and it grabbed my bait, jerked me out in the middle of the leg. Sunshine, I got sunk, baptized on the credit. Fishing down in a muddy bank, and I felt a pull, and I give a big yank, and I jerked out 2 old rubber boots and a Ford radiator, a Chevrolet coupe. Handed them in for national defense. You go fishing, I'll tell you what to do. Just sit right down in the grassy dew, take a piece of string and tie it on the pole and throw it way out in the middle of the hole, and then just find a good shade tree and sit down and go to sleep. Forget all about it. I was sitting in the boat with a bucket of beer, and I hadn't caught nothing, didn't much care. I guess I was pretty well satisfied to have my little lady right by my side, taking it easy. Warm, been gone off that hook for a couple hours. I jumped in the river and it went down deep. There's 100-pound catfish laying there asleep. And I jumped on his back, I rode him into town, saddled him up, and then I turned around. Folks come running, dogs barking, kids looking. I waded across to a sandy bar, and I caught myself a big alligator gar, and I drug him home across my back, tails dragging 1.5 miles, flipping and flopping. Sold him for a quarter, got drunk, shot craps, got in jail. Early one morning, it took me a notion to go out fishing in the middle of the ocean. And I caught myself a great big shark. I didn't get him home till way past dark. He's a man-eater, tough customer. Just wasn't quite tough enough. late last night I had me a dream. I was out fishing in a whiskey stream and I baited my hook with applejack. Throw out a drink, bring a gallon back. Done pretty good till the stream run dry. So I give the fish back to the finance company. Thank you. Thank you very much. Here's a song that Pete Seeger discovered down in the Bahamas, and he introduced it up here, and it's called the Bahaman Lullaby. Hush, little baby, don't you cry. You know your papa's bound to die. And all my trials, Lord, soon be over. My brother, too late, but never mind. Oh, my trials, Lord, soon be over. There is a little tree in paradise. The pilgrims call the tree of life. And all my trials, Lord, will soon be over. If religion was a thing that money could buy, the rich would live and the poor would die. All my trials, Lord, soon be over. Too late, my brother, too late, but never mind. All my trials, Lord, soon be over. list of songs that I used to know, some of which I never know. Just put them on there, hopeful like maybe I was going to learn them one day. I'll play about 12, 14 gigs in a row without ever looking at this list, so it's like a cute little decoration and sometimes a great surprise to me. So look at here. The last letter. I heard you say Guavi, Guavi, you're dating yourself. I don't even remember that one. But thank you. I love the song. It sounded good on that record with Bob Dylan playing harmonica under the name of some other, what was it? Ted and Porterhouse, I think he called himself. Hobo's Lullaby. I'm blowing something. Here's one. I love that song too. I can't do it though. You know, you're saying all these things from 1950 at me. But here's one that's kind of a catchy thing. The Kingston Trio tried to record this. They did. They recorded at it. It's called The South Coast. It was written by a woman named Lillian Boss Ross. I visited her at her home up in the mountains there in California where the road's 1,000 feet above the ocean, and it washes out almost each and every year, and takes a couple of months to fix it. The South Coast. My name is Ramjano de Castro. My father was a Spanish grandee, but I won my wife in a card game. To hell with those lords of the sea. Well, the South Coast is a wild coast and lonely. You might win in a game, hey, hold on. The lion still rules the branca, and the man there is always alone. I played in a card game, hey, hold on. I played there with an hombre named Juan. And after I'd taken his money, I staked all against his daughter, Dawn. Dawn. I picked up the ace, I had won her. My heart, which was down at my feet, jumped up to my throat in a hurry. Like a young summer's day, she was sweet. He opened the door to the kitchen and called the girl out with a curse, saying, "Take her, goddammit, you won her. She's yours now, for better or worse." Her arms had to tighten around me as we rode down the hills to the south. Not a word did I hear from her that day, nor a kiss from her pretty red mouth. That was a gay, happy winter. We carved on a cradle of pine by the fire in that neat little shanty, and I sang with that gay wife of mine. But the South Coast is a wild coast and lonely. You might win in a game, but hold on. Oh. But a lion still rules the ranka. And the man there is always alone. That night, I got hurt in a landslide. Crushed hip, twice broken bone. She saddled her pony like lightning and rode off for a doctor at Colon. The lion screamed in the barranca. Bucky bolted and he fell on his slide. My young wife lay dead in the moonlight. My heart died that night with my bride. Well, the South Coast is a wild coast and lonely. You might win in a game, but hold on. But a lion still rules the barranca. And a man there is always alone. I got another little song. This is got awful sad. I was just out there in that country. It always amazes me how that country seems to retain its beauty in spite of all the tourists that come ripping through. Here's something I learned off a Bob Dylan record one time. That I was snowed in a mountain cabin up in Pennsylvania, near Allentown. We had a refrigerator full of venison and a bottle of scotch, Cutty Sark, and a Bob Dylan record there, and there was nothing to do. I couldn't get the door open. It was snow up to... Anyway, we just stayed there for about 3 days and just played that record over and over again. As soon as the snow melted, got the door open, we jumped in my truck and drove up to New York City, and they were having a little hootenanny at the local hangout there in the village. Not far from Washington Square. And we were in the Gaslight, in fact. Gaslight Cafe, historic little place. And Peter, Paul, and Mary were there, and Dave Van Rutt. Bob was there, the author of the song, Mr. Tieland. And I got up and I was feeling a little nervous. I hadn't sung it to anyone at all yet, except my partner who rode in with me in the truck. And I started singing the song there in this little intimate room, a tiny little stage, very dark, very damp. It's kind of like a cellar. And I hadn't finished the second verse when Bob jumped up in the aisle. He stood up and he shouted at me, "I relinquished you, Jack." Here goes. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe. Even you don't know by now. And it ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe. It'll never do somehow. When your rooster crows at the break of dawn, look out your window and I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm a-traveling on, but don't think twice, it's alright. And it ain't no use in calling out my name, gal, like you never done before. Ain't no use in calling out my name, gal, 'cause I can't hear you anymore. Thinking and a-wondering, walking down the road, how I once loved a woman, a child, I'm told. Give her my heart, but you wanted my soul. But don't think twice, it's alright. And it ain't no use in turning on the light, babe, the light I never knew. Ain't no use in turning on the light, babe, 'cause I'm on the dark side of the road. Still I wish there was something you would do or say to try and make me change my mind and stay. We never did too much talking anyway, but don't think twice, it's alright. So long, honey, babe, where I'm bound I can't tell. Goodbye is too good a word, babe, so I'll just say fare thee well. I ain't saying you treated me unkind. You could have done better, but I don't mind. You just kind of wasted my precious time. But don't think twice, it's alright. David Sturdeberg, I'd like you to meet a friend of mine new friend, we just met recently, but I was very impressed with his singing and picking. I invited him to come out here and be my guest. I wanted to share that with you. If you could all hear this friend, David Sturdeberg, who's going to play you a song.
Hey there. Took a look at the back of his guitar here. I don't know any of these songs either. Can I move this mic just a second? Thanks. You're a very compliant audience. All right, I think that'll work. I was down in Texas about a year ago, and I was real surprised because I come from Erie, Pennsylvania. You know, that's just a little ways down 90, about 2 hours away. And down in Erie, we get just about the same weather you get here, just a few minutes before you get it, I think. And so, of course, that means quite a lot of rain and stuff. and I found myself down in Dallas, Texas. And I was just amazed. It was May when I got there. It was May when I got there, and the sun shone every day. And it was real hot, real nice. Finally, about the middle of June, I think it was probably 23rd of June, it rained. And it made a big impression on me. So I got out all my Willie Nelson records and I laid them around the apartment, and I wrote this song. Well, the day is the color of leaving. You know the sunshine is fading away, and as the rain begins to fall on old Cowtown, all of my blue skies are waltzing to gray. Now do you really have to go while it's raining? Or can't you wait until the clouds go away? For all the thunder must be a square dance in heaven. But all of my blue skies are waltzing to gray. Out in the backyard, the rose bush has been wilting. Oh, you know the sun has been burning so hot every day. And tomorrow I know that boy will be blooming. But today all of my blue skies are waltzing to gray. Do you really have to go while it's raining? Or can't you wait until the clouds go away? For all the thunder must be a square dance in heaven. But all of my blue skies are waltzing to gray. You know you ran out to your car with your umbrella. You fired her up and you were soon on your way. And you left me here to share my tears with Johnny Walker and watch all my blue skies just waltz into gray. Or do you really have have to go while it's raining? Or can't you wait until the clouds go away? For all the thunder must be a square dance in heaven. But all of my blue skies are waltzing to gray. For all the thunder must be a square dance in heaven. But all of my blue skies are waltzing to gray. It used to be when we would see some chap who didn't toil. His folks said, behold, a man with gold, perhaps a deal in oil. But nowadays there are other ways, as easy as it seems. And many a chap does not a tap, but write for magazines. Now just the same I've bid for fame, with poems, reams and reams. Alas, alack, they all come back not worth a dish of beans. And so I hike along the pike to exercise my legs, my brain to rest and to help digest some of them hard-boiled China eggs. Oh, and thus I'm used. Oh, what's the use? There's nothing as it seems. It has me beat. What do they eat who write for magazines? Thank you. Come on back, Jack.
Isn't that something else? I just wanted to share that with y'all and let you hear that. I really appreciate David coming up here. Hope we'll be hearing some more of him soon. Somebody just brought me up a record to show me, an old record with my picture on it. It looks something like me anyway. It was taken a long time ago. I've often thought it'd be fun to go into the record business. I've got 32 albums out with my picture on them. They're on record labels. Some of them are none of my doing, actually. They just sort of taped them somewhere, you know. Some of them were done legally, but they forgot to pay me. That's partly my fault, too, because I don't have any home address. Nowhere to mail stuff to. I gotta stop living in a truck, they say. This is another songwriter that I was very impressed with. Had the pleasure of meeting him about 300 times, and he met me about 250 times. His name was Tim Hardin. If I listen long enough to you, I'd find a way to believe it's all true. Knowing that you lied straight-faced while I cried, still I look to find a reason to believe. Someone like you makes it hard to live without somebody else. Someone like you makes it easy to give, never thinking about myself. If I gave you time to change my mind, I'd find a way to believe, leave the past behind. Knowing that you lied straight-faced while I cried, still I look to find a reason to believe. Someone like you makes it hard to live without somebody else. Someone like you makes it easy to give, never thinking about myself. If I listen long enough to you, I'd find a way to leave the past behind. Knowing that you lied straight-faced while I cried, still I look to find a reason to believe. Thank you. This is another one that Tim Hardin wrote that I had, in order to learn this song, I had to disguise myself as a house painter. I knocked at Tim's door. I brought along paint, brushes, buckets, a big canvas, and a ladder. Canvas drop cloth, you know, and knocked on the door, and Tim answered the door. I said I was the painter, and I was supposed to come and paint the ceiling in the rehearsal room. He led me right in the house, took me into this little room where he practices. And he went about his business, kept on playing and singing and pretending that I wasn't even there. And I got up on the ladder, I put my drop cloth down, I got my bucket out, stirred the paint a little bit, got the brush out, started painting the ceiling right up above there. And I was looking down, I could see right down his throat. I could just see as he was looking up in the air, you know, and he was watching me paint, and I was painting the ceiling. I was just watching how he sang this song. I spent 4 days there painting the ceiling. Tim didn't seem to notice I was there. If I were a carpenter and you were a lady, would you marry me Anyway, would you have my baby? If I tinker where my trade, would you still find me? Carrying the pots I've made, follow close behind me. I like to dedicate this song to a new person in the world. He was just born yesterday. I believe he's the son of my friend Jim and his wife Asa. His name is Elliott. I don't know why anybody want to name somebody that. I was named that once. Couldn't stand it. Didn't dig it. Swapped it around. So here's good luck to another Elliott. If I were much poorer than you seem to see me, could you ever be sure that I could really be me? Save love for loneliness, won't you save my love for sorrow? Giving you my loneliness, please give me your tomorrow. If I worked my hands in would you still love me? Answer me, baby, yes I would. But how could you above me? Save love and loneliness and save my love for sorrow. I've given you my onlyness, please give me your tomorrow. If I were a carpenter and you were a lady, would you marry me anyway? Would you carry my baby? Thank you. Well, I don't know why I thought it was getting late. Got dark. These daytime shows are weird. Hey, it's nighttime. I'd like to do one that I didn't have the pleasure of singing with Chris Christopherson recently over in Massachusetts a few nights ago. In fact, I did sing with him, but we didn't do this song. We did that one that I just played, If I Were a Carpenter, which is okay, but it's not one of his songs. This is one that Chris wrote, and it's the first one that I ever heard of his, and it's called Me and Bobby McGee. Busted flat in Baton Rouge, headed for the trains, feeling nearly faded as my jeans. Bobby thumbed the diesel down just before it rained, took us all the way to New Orleans. I pulled my harpoon out of my dirty red bandana and was blowing sad while Bobby sang the blues. With them windshield wipers slapping time and Bobby clapping hands, we finally sang up every song that driver knew. Freedom's just another word, but nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. And Bobby, that was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. From the coal mines of Kentucky to the California sun, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. Standing right beside me, Lord, through everything I've done. And every night she kept me from the cold. But somewhere near Salinas, Lord, let us live away. Looking for a home I hope she'll find. And I'd trade all my tomorrows for a single yesterday. Holding Bobby's body close to mine. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. And nothing left was all she left for me. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. But that was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. Lay on, lay on, lay. This is a song by Roy Acuff. It was one of the first tunes I ever learned on the guitar, called the Freight Train Blues. I was born in Dixie in a boomer shack, just a little shanty by the railroad track. The humming of the drivers was my lullaby. The freight train whistle taught me how to cry. I got the freight train blues. Lordy, 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 I got him in the bottom of my Ramblin shoes. When the whistle blows, I gotta go. Oh, Lordy, guess I'm never gonna lose these freight train blues. Airplanes and autos always leave me cold. A steamboat whistle never stirs my soul. The only thing that makes me want to navigate is a wildcat whistle on a southbound freight. I got the freight train blues. Lordy, 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 I got him in the bottom of my rambling shoes. When the whistle blows, I gotta go. Oh, Lordy, guess I'm never gonna lose these freight train blues. Well, I ramble through the cities and I travel through the towns, and I never can find a place to stop and settle down. Every time I find a place I like to stay, a freight train hollers on, I'm on my way. I got the freight train blues. Lordy, 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 I got him in the bottom of my rambling shoes. When the whistle blows, I gotta go. Oh, Lordy, guess I'm never gonna lose these freight train blues. My daddy loves a fireman. No, that ain't true. My daddy was a fireman and my mama, dear, she was the only daughter of an engineer. And my sister loves a brakeman, and it is no joke. It's a wonder how she keeps a good man broke. Got the freight train blues. Lordy, 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 I got him in the bottom of my rambling shoes. When the whistle blows, I got to go. Oh, Lordy, guess I'm never gonna lose these freight train blues.